From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Los Angeles Rams and the New Orleans Saints. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. They'll run here with Mostert. Room here to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Once again, it's Mostert. And some room to run now. And he's got this down to the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. The Saints at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets your point in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And the Saints are going to have it 1st and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3. Mostert, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards. Now it's Jackson. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, they moved the ball right there on the opening series. Running game was in sync. They were knocking on the doorstep, but ultimately, Charles, they'll have to settle for the field goal.
Well, they certainly were moving it well and give this defense a ton of credit. Finally dug their heels in and forced the field goal. That's one of his game partner. His offense look back at this drive and think to themselves, if we'd gotten 6, we'd be in a better spot.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection.
So many times we see teams go on the road and have to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Stafford. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown Rams. Cooper Kupp, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased.
Touchdown, New Orleans! Raheem Mostert, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints have retaken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Going right back to Akers. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Stafford trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. This time Jackson will throw it. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a safe touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because receivers can't run past anymore because they run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action. Stafford. He'll buy some time right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now here's Ross. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a first and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 25 on second down, Stafford. And that is incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. But now it's third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Stafford now to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. To throw is Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, Was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And he wisely will throw that one away.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Going up top for Kupp. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They snap it to Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 186 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, New Orleans. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Wants to try to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Able to shake him off. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get 4 some meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Second down, here's Mostert again. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Without a doubt, that's a great way to score some points.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Stafford under pressure, and they got to him again. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On 4th down, Stafford. And can you believe it? It's a 2nd safety in this ball game. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert.
To the 36-yard line, stop there. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
36-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll run right side with Mostert. And he'll go down at the 28. Running the counter with Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Now a give to Mostert running right. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are on their way to a 2-0 start. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really on Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
A handoff running left is Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Stafford. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
They'll run for it with Akers. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now it's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. 7th play in the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll go again here with Akers. They find some open field here. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, L.A. Cam Akers, 67 yards. And the Rams get a bit closer. Well, they had done a really nice job on him through 3 quarters plus, but you just had that feeling eventually he was going to get loose.
And this is why coaches always preach that it's a 4-quarter game, right? It gets trite for us. It gets trite for the fans. This is exactly what they're talking about. What you did before was terrific, but will it stand up if you start giving up big plays?
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now it's Jackson. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all long, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of 31 yards. First down, Rams.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead. Look at the deficit. Trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And he'll be taken down at the 18.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up
Second down. Here's Mostert again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 56 yards on the ground. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines. Let's close this one out.
A carry there for Mostert as he's able to work his way forward for a pretty good pickup on first down. Officially a gain of 5. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
A gain of 3 yards.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but